Good morning, students. Today we'll study about the importance of health in the country or in the economy. You all know that every firm works to maximize the profit. And how can they maximize their profit? Can you think of a firm which employ the sick people? Can sick people work well for them? No, they will not be able to work. So every firm looks for the healthy people who can work more for them and who can earn more profit for them. So the health of a person helps him to realize his potential and the ability to fight illness. An unhealthy person becomes a liability for an organization. Indeed, health is an indispensable basis of realizing one's well-being. So if a person is healthy, he can work good, he can work more, and he can earn more profit for the institution. So the firm would be interested to give jobs to the people who are healthy and who can work good for them. Henceforth, improvement in the health status of the population has been the priority of the country. So this should be the priority of the country, and this is the priority of the country. Our national policy too aims at improving the accessibility of health care, family welfare and nutritional services, with a special focus on underprivileged segment of population. In our country, our policy is there that to improve the accessibility of healthcare, it means to provide hospitals to everyone, family welfare, the family should remain healthy, the nutritional services with a special focus on underprivileged segment of the population. There are people in the population who cannot afford food, who cannot afford nutrition. Our main aim to provide nutrition to those people. And in last 50 years, India has worked a lot, and we have created a vast health infrastructure in India. India has a developed manpower required at primary sectors, secondary and tertiary sectors. So the government is working well. The government and the private sector both needs this manpower, this human resource. So here a comparative study is given about the health infrastructure. How much health infrastructure was there in 1951? Then 81, 2001, 2010 and 2013. The study is given. You can see the difference, that how much we are working. But still, what we can say, that there are many places in India where we do not even have the basic facilities. Because in India there are only 381 medical colleges and 301 dental colleges, and just 4 states, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, have maximum number of colleges. Out of these colleges, most of the colleges are there in these 4 states. In other states there are very few colleges. So the condition of health, it needs to be improved a lot. Unemployment. Sakal's mother Sheila looked after the domestic chorus children and helped her husband Bhuta in the field. Sakal's brother Jitu and sister Situ spent their time playing and roaming. Okay, so now can we say that Sheila, Jitu and Situ, they are unemployed? If not, why? So what is the definition of unemployed? Unemployed is said to exist when people who are willing to work at the present wage cannot find jobs. Just like in case of Sheila, she is busy in working at home and she is not interested in working outside anywhere, so she will not be called unemployed. In the same way, Jitu and Situ, they are also they are children and they are very small to be counted in the workforce of population. So all three, Jitu, Situ and Sheila, they cannot be counted as unemployed. The workforce population includes the people from 15 years to 59 years of age. The people of less than 15 years of age and more than 59 years of age cannot be called the workforce. So Sakal's brother and sister do not fall within this age group, so they cannot be called unemployed. Sakal's mother Sheila works for family and she do not want to go and work outside, so she too cannot be called unemployed. Sakal's grandparents, if they are more than 60 years of age, they cannot be called unemployed. So that is the situation of unemployed. If a person wants to work on existing wage rate and not getting work, will be called unemployed. Otherwise the person would not be called unemployed. If we look for the situation in India, the population is divided can be divided into two categories: the rural population and the urban population. And both the areas, there are the different situations, there are the different problems which people needs to face. So there are the different categories of unemployment as well. The nature of unemployment is different in rural and in urban areas. If you talk about the rural area, there we see the seasonal unemployment and the disguised unemployment. If we look for the urban area, we see the educated unemployment. So there are a lot of difference between the situation of unemployment in the rural area and in the urban area. So what are these unemployment? The seasonal unemployment, the disguised unemployment and the other type of unemployment, and the reason for unemployment, that we'll study in the next video. Thank you.